Hello everyone, welcome to my alternate channel, which by the way is growing super fast, and I am so glad to see all of y'all joining. You guys are going to be the first ones to join the channel this year. Um, this channel is going to have a lot of cool stuff, a lot of scary things going to be going on this channel. Planning some trips for this channel also, and some lives, so if you haven't subscribed, guys, reach down, subscribe. Let's get this channel going in the numbers so we can start throwing some lives out there. Share it out to your friends. Get everybody to subscribe. And as soon as we hit 1,000 subscribers, guys, we're really going to start rocking this channel. We got people lined up that want to tell some really scary stories. So it doesn't cost you a thing. Just reach down there, smack the subscribe button, hit the bell, and select all. Here's our encounter for today, guys. As I begin my story, I want to start off by saying that I am a long-time listener. I listen to you, Mike, all the time. I have been here since the beginning and I've heard many good stories. So this story is one that I want to share with you. I should start by saying that I am a long-time believer of the paranormal, and I am no stranger to the unexplained things. But this story gives me the chills every time I tell it. This story, it takes place a few years ago at my family's cabin in northern Alberta, at a lake called Island Lake. We still have the property today, but it is no longer wooded. Back in the day, our cabin was just a small little shack on the lakefront surrounded by dense brush. Beneath the cabin was a storage area. Basically, you could just go under the cabin and store whatever you wanted. These were the days before the water tanks existed out there. My cousins and I used to play hide and seek in the dark around the cabin in the woods at night. I was the youngest of 4 cousins, all who were girls. I, of course, was the only male at the time. We would play hide and seek in the bush behind the cabin. There was a long wooden staircase that ascended up to the main road. From behind the cabin, on both sides, were cabins surrounded by dense brush for kilometers. We would laugh and play tricks on each other, as we only got to see each other during the summer, when the whole family was out at the cabin. The story takes place when I was about 18, 19 years old, somewhere around there. My cousins and I were playing our usual game of hide and seek, being goofy in the dark, when my oldest cousin appeared out of nowhere and spooked me. I got mad and said, "Why did you do that?" She was shaking. I was curious as to why she was shaking, and she said, "Mike, do you see that?" I rolled my eyes and shrugged it off as if she was just playing a trick on me. But I stopped, and she was pointing into the bush in the distance at what appeared to be a dark and ominous shadow that stood about 7 foot tall behind a tree of about 20 meters into the bush behind us. I looked up and saw 2 glowing red eyes. I was very startled at first, but I just shrugged it off as a wolf or something. It was then that my cousin said, "Have you seen my sister?" We stopped and looked around and realized we hadn't found the middle sister yet. We panicked and started wondering if that thing had got her. It was then I began hearing her calling me from the same direction that the thing was in. "Mike, Mike, I see you. Come over here," I heard my middle cousin calling. I thought for a second, why would my cousin hide in a bush, let alone by herself? Again I heard it, "Mike, Mike, I see you." But this time her voice was distorted, as she was maybe gasping for air. I questioned whether I should go over there and see if she is okay. It was then that the same cousin came up behind us and scared us both silly. "Boo, I found you," she cried. I looked in the direction I saw the thing, and it was still there, staring at us. But this time I saw the smile, twisted beyond recognition with sharp-pointed fangs. It was smiling. I said to my cousin, "How did you get here?" "I just saw you over here," she said to me. "What are you talking about? I was right behind you, hiding behind the old house." I stood still, shocked by what I had just heard. My skin was crawling. I looked toward that thing as its head slowly creeped back behind the tree. What my cousin had just told me made my skin crawl. I was terrified. My oldest cousin, the one that had been hiding with me, didn't say anything. She just looked at me with disbelief, like what we had just saw was an illusion or something. But we knew that wasn't true. As we ran back inside the cabin, terrified beyond belief, just as I was opening the door, I looked behind me, and at the old house, which was just before the stairs to the road, I saw movement. There, underneath the first couple of steps, was that thing, and it was smiling at me, with that same terrifying, bloodthirsty smile. Had that thing been pretending to be my cousin that whole time? Was it right behind us the entire time we had been sitting there? I began to close the doors behind us. As I did, I heard a laugh, like something out of a horror film. It looked at us like we were scared cats. I blinked to see if I was imagining things, and when I opened my eyes, it was still there. I ran inside and hid under the covers. We never saw that thing again. The thing that was using my cousin's voice to trick us into coming to the woods alone. If we hadn't gone back to the cabin when we found my middle cousin, that thing would have probably got us all, as by that time we got back to the cabin. It was right where my middle cousin was originally hiding. We never spoke of this thing again. Mike, what do you think it was? It's it's hard to tell. A lot of these creatures, they do use mimicked voices and sounds that they hear. What creature is doing that, I'm not exactly sure, because I have seen things in trees at my granny's that done it, and I've also seen things walking on the ground that done it, and all different sizes and shapes. That kind of leads me to believe, my opinion, just my personal opinion, that they are from the fallen ones, and that they have the Nephilim blood, and that they're all related, and that they all have somewhat the same skill set and same abilities. That would be some of my thoughts and my, I guess, opinions on it. But let me know in the chat what you all think, and maybe we can help him kind of get an idea of what maybe he's seen. But that would be my best explanation with everything that I've encountered and studied. So thank you for watching our new channel, guys, AI Seeking the Truth, where we're going deep into things and looking for the truth of what really caused things to go bump in the night. Leave us a like, guys, and don't forget to subscribe and share us out. And as always, thank you all so much for being part of our family over here also. We'll see you on the next one.